Yeah, I need some fury.
So, Paulie, you never got short of words. You always speak from your heart. Two clowns, and pardon the interruption, on ESPN said boxing is dead. What do you say about that?
I think that boxing is dead. The boxing is dead conversation is always something you have to take up time with. I work for TV now, so a lot of times what you have to do on TV, you have to take up a certain amount of time on the air. Yeah, so you just put up a debate, you put up a topic. The boxing is dead conversation is always a good couple minutes to kill on television. So you got an hour to kill, you got a talk show like Pardon the Interruption. Every time there's a big fight, what's the best thing to talk about that any casual fan can relate to as far as talking? Boxing is dead. Oh, you know what? Yes, it is. No, it's not. And you know what? You killed a couple minutes on television. To me, that's all it is, man. It's really, you can't kill boxing. It's never going to be crossover like it was before, but it has a core niche following that will not be broken either, you know? So it'll be fine. Boxing will be fine. It won't ever cross over, though, but it'll be fine.
Mayweather's making $41.5 million. Canelo's making $12 million. Show me one athlete that could do that in one night.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, but you know, consistently, you will not see one athlete that does that in one night. Maybe a Tiger Woods used to be able to make that kind of money on in a year, or Michael Schumacher. I remember when he was at Formula One was making a killer amount of money. But yeah, I mean, the best boxer in the world will always outwage anybody else. You know?
Mayweather Canelo, we're a few days away. What do you think about that fight? Given that you've seen every tape, you've seen the All Access, you're so familiar with both fighters.
I think, you know, I expect a good fight. I expect a fun night. You know, it's just a great event. You know, nothing beats a huge event in boxing. You know, you got the Super Bowl, you got other things that, you know, it's that kind of thing. You know, the next weekend is basically the Super Bowl of boxing. You know, that Mexican Independence weekend, the best fighter on the planet against possibly the most popular fighter, or one of the most popular fighters on the planet, who's also on the rise and happens to be undefeated. So, you know, next week is for sure the Super Bowl of boxing for the year 2013. You know,
Maidana, if he fights Broner, who wins that one?
It's it could go a lot of ways. I'm not convinced of Broner's power at welterweight. I don't know how he's going to get somebody like Maidana's respect when somebody like Victor Ortiz couldn't get and Amir Khan couldn't get Maidana's respect with their power. You know, Broner's certainly not as good a puncher as them. But one thing Broner has is the ability to make you miss. He has the ability to frustrate you in that way. Maidana's a bit wild, so Broner can make Maidana miss, but you know, I just don't know that Maidana will have anything to respect there, including if he gets hit. Now, the sharpness of the shots combined with the maybe making Marcos miss may frustrate Marcos the way Devin Alexander did, but at the end of the day, I'm not quite sure Broner has the power to gain any respect from Marcos Maidana if somebody like Victor Ortiz didn't. It'll be interesting, because if Broner can have Maidana missing all night, you know, it could also be a good fight for Adrian, so it could go both ways, but I just, you know, that's the only thing that worries you about Adrian Broner at welterweight. You know, I got nothing to hide. I've always said it like it is. If Broner can punch, I would tell you he can punch. He can't punch for nothing. So you know, at welterweight, at least, you know, I'm not sure if at lightweight, I'm not sure if he was knocking guys out because they were cab drivers or because they were good fighters or because he was a strong puncher at lightweight. So the jury's still out on his power even at lightweight. At welterweight, I'll tell you, man, I've been in the ring with everybody, and he's one of the weakest punchers I've ever been in the ring with. So and he was loading those shots too. I mean, you know, they would snap my head back because they had snap on it. I'm not because they were any kind of power, but at the end of the day, he is a sharp fighter, and that could still help him no matter what weight class he's in. We'll see.
Did you see Rosie Perez tweeted? She loves what you're doing on TV.
Oh yeah, Rosie's my homegirl, man. She's a good chick, and you know, she's a big boxing fan. She's always at the fights. I've run into her a couple of times at the fights in New York. You know, she's more knowledgeable than a lot of you guys out there.
So my last question: Lucas Matthysse, Danny Garcia, break down what each fighter needs to do from your perspective to win.
I would hate to be in a fight like that to where I'd have to come up with a game plan if I was one of those two guys. You know, both their strengths are power and the ability to knock guys out, but they're both not stupid fighters either. Not like the typical, oh, I'm a power puncher, so I'm going to get reckless in general. Neither guy is reckless, but both guys can punch, and both guys have a good chin. Both guys have a great poker face. A lot of intangibles here, and both guys have great character. They're not just good fighters; they have the character that makes and the mental makeup of a great fighter. You know, maybe Lucas hits a little harder, a lot. Maybe he obviously it's just hard in general. He might be the hardest puncher I've ever seen in my life, dude. But Danny Garcia's punching power shouldn't be taken for granted either. He'll knock you from your senses real quick. So, you know, Danny Garcia is also something I said on the air about Danny is he's right where he's used to being and where he's comfortable. People counting him out again. And you know what? He's had a lot of success when people count him out. So, you know,
like you almost.
Yeah, but even more so, you know, that's the world champion. You know, right now he's got a world title and people are counting him out. So you know, he deserves that respect. But at the end of the day, Lucas Matthysse also deserves the hype he's been getting, especially with the way he destroyed Lamont Peterson. I mean, what he did to Lamont Peterson, you'll never see that happen again to Lamont Peterson. That was a good fighter. He just took him out like it was nothing.
Rodney, you know Paulie.
Of course, man. It's my boy.
You know Rodney does TV too sometimes.
Yeah.
Little bit. How about this? You're going right now. You're commentating the fight. When are you getting back in the ring to actually knock someone out or get back in there to fight?
I don't know, man. You know, if I get an offer I like, I'll definitely fight again. You know, I need enough money to give me the motivation to get off my ass and go to training camp. You know,
We just talked about that. And I get paid just as much now to not take punches, have fun, and give good commentation about the fight.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly. So if you can pay me enough money to where it'll be worth my while, I'll fight anybody, man. You know what I mean? But if not, I'm totally content with calling the fights at ringside. I'm a big boxing fan as well as a fighter. So you know, I have no problem watching the fights from the best seat in the house and calling them for you guys at home.
The Twitter King. How did you tweet from the airplane, by the way, that day?
Oh, we got Wi-Fi.
Oh, that you didn't like leave your phone on and.
No. I got iPads too.
There you have it. The Twitter King, Paulie Malignaggi, FierceReporting.com. Melly, sit back reporting.
Take a step back,